So I'm going to read from my flash essay called The Spirit Door, which is in Sign and Breath. The Spirit Door. To say that the artists in my family saved me is an understatement. My first encounter with art at the age of 5 was an accident. Salt Lake, a planned neighborhood for the bourgeoisie on the outskirts of Kolkata, was a big deal, but I had no idea it was when I first visited Choto Dadabhai, my great uncle Shoten Goshal. He lived in a house ornamented by banana leaves and cactus plants. The cacti grew spiky and dense on the footpath, cutting through the front gate. As a child, I was attracted to the terracotta dancing girl sculpted on the side of the house, garlanded by the cacti. She was in such motion, such commotion. Her skirt shimmered in the air, her blouse seemed caught by the wind, her arms fluid, her eyes full of some mischief I had yet to know, yet to master. It felt like so many hours of the afternoon sped by as I studied her, while someone else pressed the front doorbell for me, while my great aunt opened the door with a worried scowl, while my great uncle, the painter, peeked out from behind her, laughed, caught my hands, and said, Mishtu, it's you. From my great uncle, I first learned about curiosity and what it meant to see the world through the eyes of an artist. His paintings were inspired by the idea of nature and meditation. He wanted to get to a realm in his art where human desire and the individual ego did not override everything. He wanted to bump up against the unfamiliar, dive into the unknown, and hang in the imagination of others. As an artist, my great uncle was a collector of enigmas. And when I first visited him that first time in Salt Lake, inside his minimalist home that summer afternoon, the objects on the television mantel spoke of imagination and adventure. One of my favorite objets d'art was a tableau in green glass and rosewood of an ancient house and a village square in China, set in a time centuries past. The figures and the scene were carved by hand and rendered three-dimensional by layers upon layers of thin beige gold cork. The left side of the tableau featured the house. You could see into the house and outside of it simultaneously. Inside, women wrung laundry, chased after cats and children, hung spices in the kitchen, dusted mirrors, and curled under the courtyard tree to read a book. Outside, a merchant stopped by the front doorsteps to sell rice and sweets and promises. An elderly woman peeked behind the spirit door to greet him. Further beyond the merchant's baskets and mule and rickshaw, whose carriage had been tipped down to the earth, was the yard in which children played, boys and girls kicking balls and flying kites. Some of the girls drew their names in the sand. Some of the children studied chalkboards. They jumped and played and imagined. Their language was a language beyond English. And beyond them still was the street in which the wagons and passers-by came and went, the wheels of their carriages kicking up dust, the gate to the main city almost visible in the distance, the rice paddies and river growing wild, the sun rising then setting on the scene, the wind curling clouds until they waved across the sky, the herons standing still and quiet by the pond, the cranes taking flight, jeweling the rolling clouds as the day turned into night. Thank you.